Good morning. As you can see, I am in a different place today. We are at our camper and I figured I would show you a couple new recipes. I am supposed to be making a dessert to take up to some friends. We're going to be doing like a kind of like a potluck supper today. We're all going to be bringing our own meat and the rest of the stuff we're going to be sharing. So I offered that I would bring a dessert. So I want to show you a dessert that is absolutely amazing, perfect for a hot summer day. It's not super hot today. I'm hoping it'll warm up yet a little more, but wherever you are, if it's hot, this is the recipe to make. So let's get baking.
So first up, we got the Spanish fried ice cream. What I normally do is I take the pan size that I want and I just start crunching up a whole bunch of cornflakes. Once I've crunched them up really finely, I just do this with my hands. I will then place them into the pan that I want just to make sure that I have enough.
Alright, so once you have measured and crunched up your cornflakes, you add the coconut to it. Next up, we mix the butter and the sugar.
So I just keep mixing this until it is nicely incorporated, and once it is, I add the flakes, the cornflakes and the coconut and the cinnamon to that mixture, and again I mix it up until it's really nicely, the butter is incorporated very nicely with the crumbs, as you'll see before just so that they pat into the pan really nicely. Once they are nicely mixed, you want to put half of the crumbs in the bottom of the pan and you want to pat them down really nicely. This is important because once you put the second layer on, you will see why you want it to have enough butter and be strong enough to pat down.
The recipe calls for 1 liter of soft ice cream and I only have this pail
of hard ice cream, so I'm just going to use this fork, scoop it out and put it into this baking dish just so I can kind of mix it up and hopefully get it a little bit softer so that it's a little more malleable. I can actually put it onto my crumbs. The good thing about this recipe, it is so forgiving about the amounts, so you can do, if you want a thicker layer of ice cream, you can definitely put more. If you want less, you can do less. This is completely at your discretion.
I think that's about 1 liter for sure, so I'll let that get soft and then I'll put it on the crumbs.
I did let the ice cream just sit on the counter to soften up, but I also did work it quite a bit, just stirring it and mashing it a little bit with the spatula and the fork or whatever, just to try and get it soft. It's not as pliable as soft ice cream would be, but it's a perfect solution if you don't have access to soft ice cream.
Alright, so the ice cream has been sitting out now for, I don't know, maybe about 15-20 minutes. I've been working it, just stirring it. I think it'll work now to spread it on there without it just pulling the crumbs apart, so let's give that a try.
Probably could have added a little more butter even. As you can see right on the edge there, it kind of wants to lift up as I'm smoothing the ice cream out. Once you have all your ice cream on there, just smooth it out nice and properly. At that point, you can put the rest of the crumbs on top, just kind of spread them out evenly and pat them down really nice and firm so that when you put it in the freezer, it's going to set up really nice that you can actually cut bars and take them out once it's frozen.
This is what the dessert looks like. It looks a little soft, but it will freeze up. I'm going to be putting this in the freezer now till supper, so it's going to be at least 5-6 hours that it's going to be freezing.
This is always such a hit. Here's the finished product. If you want, you can drizzle some caramel ice cream sauce on top as well. Next up, we have our mini cheesecakes. I am going with a strawberry cheesecake. So to start, you take out some graham crumbs and add melted butter to that to make the crumbs. I don't measure this, I just kind of go according to how many I need or how big of a pan I want to use. Once the butter and the graham crumbs are fully incorporated, you can put them into the pan or little cups or whatever you need. You scoop them into there and pat them down to form a crust. Once they are patted down, you can then add the filling, and I completely forgot to video any of my filling making process, but I will have the recipe down in the description box below. It is such a light and fluffy recipe.
Alright, so it is 2:30 and there's nothing like waiting till the 9th hour to get all my stuff together. I have the cheesecakes done. I put them in the fridge. I'm here at Superstore quickly trying to pick up some strawberries. I'm hoping they're going to have some. And then I'm going to go home and get ready. The party is tonight, so I think I am ready. Other than that, I just have to slice up the strawberries and place them on the mini cheesecake. So let's run and get some strawberries.
So thankfully Superstore did have strawberries and the glaze that I was needing to finish this recipe. Once I got home, I washed my strawberries and chopped them up into bite-sized pieces. And for the filling, I just mixed the glaze according to the packages, and once I had my strawberries all chopped up, I mixed them in with the glaze and then just topped them on the cheesecakes. I was so happy with how these turned out, just the perfect size for a nice little taste. We brought these to the birthday party, and I figured because there's going to be a lot of people and a lot of children that having these individual cups might be a better idea than actually doing a big pan where everybody can just kind of dig around in it, and it just keeps it a little more sanitary. And they're incredibly cute to top it off, so it's a win-win. So here is the finished product. I mean, just look at that. Who wouldn't want to eat that, right? And of course, they were gone so fast. There was no leftovers. I'm not surprised because they were really, really delicious. So I just put the lids on. A little bit of glaze did stick to it, but it worked out really well. And it was so easy to transport with them as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know when I have a new video coming out. Be blessed.